Welcome to Haslip Cycle Works. I'm Robert. If you're new here, welcome, and I hope you like what you see. And if you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, help the channel out. And if you're not new, you've been here before, you know what we're all about. Definitely make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave any comments down below. I try my best to answer them as quick as I can for you guys. Questions, comments, whatever it is, just drop me a line down in the comment section. But now that that's out of the way, today is going to serve as an introduction to yet another new project for Haslip Cycle Works. This one's going to be a little different. It's not a normal thing, but you're going to see a lot more of this type of thing. I'm trying to give you some info without going whole hog and telling you the whole story. This is actually going to be a collaboration between Haslip Cycle Works and Jake over at Vaughan Design Co. This is actually his project, but we're going to help him out by getting him behind the TIG welder and behind the hood, and not only trying to teach him a little bit about TIG welding and some general fab stuff, but bring you guys along for the build of this project. And it will be going with Jake once it's done, but we're going to follow the entire build. Most of it should happen here in the garage. So if you haven't, give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram, both Haslip Cycle Works social media outlets and Jake at Vaughan Design Co, so that you can see all the ins and outs and the behind the camera kind of stuff for this build. Not really sure who the original manufacturer of this particular kit is. It's listed in a lot of places, eBay, Amazon, a couple other websites, but I can't really find out who the actual manufacturer is. But I will tell you that when Jake ordered this, he ordered it from Amazon. And I'll throw some pictures up. The box is pretty haggard. It came in 2 boxes. Steel looked like it was good. Missing instructions though. So quick Google search. I came across gasbikes.net. I'll put a link to their site as well in the description. And told them, you know, we just bought one, or that Jake had just purchased one, but it was lacking instructions. So they were kind enough, within 15 minutes, and let's say this 7 o'clock in the evening Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time zone they were in, but they answered me real quick. I asked for a parts list and instructions because I was kind of overwhelmed by the number of parts that were in this kit, and I'll show you in a second. But they sent me over a PDF with the entire instruction set and the parts breakdown. This is a giveaway, but it is a drift trike, and they call it the industrial drift trike, but when I try to Google that, I don't come up with anything, so I'm not really sure. But it is a tab and slot build, but the instructions are 52 pages long. It breaks it down quite a bit. Full color, step by step, measurements, part numbers to source, additional parts that you're going to need, what to look for in a donor bike, all that, how to clamp it together, where to weld, I mean everything. So you got a sneak peek at the instructions, so you kind of know what we're doing here. But let me show you the actual puzzle pieces that are this kit. Can you guys see that? That's a lot of parts. And the crazy thing is, some of these parts are stacked up, so there's identical ones underneath. So half of these parts you can multiply by 2. Yeah, I always thought drift trikes were simple. This one, not so much. Now, I will tell you, this thing is sweet. It is tab and slot, so it should go together fairly easily, fairly quickly. The steel looks good. It's got some surface rust on it, but we can take care of that with a Scotch-Brite pad and an angle grinder. But it has a tow hitch and a cup holder. That's insane. And once you put it together, the body of this thing, or the chassis, whatever you want to call it, actually covers up a lot of the gear that you wouldn't really want to see. Like most of the axle and the gear and the brake and the hubs and all your axle collars and stuff and your cables are all covered up. So it's going to look pretty clean. So this is just the introduction to this project. And the next video will actually be, hopefully, if I can get them on camera, get Jake in here, and we'll be going through it, going through the instructions, cleaning up all the parts, and we're going to start tacking this thing together. He's still got a bunch of things to get. He's got to get the motor, and of course this is Predator 212 powered. He's got to get the axle, the tires, the front wheel, the disc brake, and all that stuff that you normally have to throw into one of these projects. So this will be kind of a slow, longer time frame project, because Jake's an active guy. He runs his business, his side hustle with the Vaughan Design Co, the furniture making stuff. He's a family man, and he's employed by the U.S. government. That's all I'm going to say. If he wants to tell you any more than that, that's up to him. So dude's busy, but we're going to try our best to help him out, set him on the right direction, get this thing rolling for him. And of course, I couldn't let Jake have all the fun. I can't be sitting in my garage or chilling in the driveway watching this dude drift around the neighborhood and not join him. So, if you notice in the background, I'll show you again. Do you see the frame jig? Yeah? And I'm sure the keen eyes of some of our viewers probably have noticed this. This is the front end and the back tire to one of those OCC Chopper Schwinn Stingray bicycles. I'm going to use the front end of this. I'm going to cut down the fork tubes, and that's going to be our front wheel for our drift trike. We're going to be hooning around on the streets. We're going to be drifting, guys. And we'll have the drift trike done, or the drift trikes done. We'll have Project Mini Trike done. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So I think that's going to wrap this one up real short and sweet for you guys. Just want to introduce new projects. Oh, don't forget, if you like our swag, you can get your own now. Link in the description to our Teespring store. Until next time, get up, get out there, and do it.